Morning, guys. Thought I'd use a different filter. The day after Easter, April 17th, it's 11:15, and I made a video before. This is my third video, guys. I'm gonna just say that. Um, just trying to find something that's a little different. So this is my third video, and I kind of like this one. This is my third video, and what I'm gonna say is, what I'm gonna say is, where's the where's where's the regular filter? Okay. So what I'm gonna say is this is the third video, and I don't really know what's going on. I'm gonna try to get all the messages into one, because I'm realizing that I'm like, the messages don't come like to me at once. Like, it's like throughout the day, like I get the messages and I should probably like jot down notes, but I'm like always so busy during the day. But I need to start doing that so I can just make one video and try to get all the messages out. So these messages are going to be messages and also questions people have. So I'm going to try to answer those questions. A lot of the messages from last night I'm going to try to put into this video as well. A good message, is one of the main messages is listen. I've taken a break from social media, and it has allowed me to actually feel a lot more grounded and a lot more centered, and not just running everywhere, knowing that I have this to do, this to do, this to do, this to do. So I'm actually really taking the time on this Easter break to just relax and not really relax, but just take a break from Instagram and social media, from my clothing line accounts and everything like that. If you guys have checked out the clothing store, I encourage you to please find something that you like, and maybe buy a love shirt or a love hat. Those are really what I'm really wanting for everyone to just come together through, also clothing as well. So the main message is listen. I think that we always listen to respond, but I think Spirit is trying to get us to really listen to understand, listen to really communicate authentically, to be able to communicate authentically with others. Good listeners make good speakers. Good listeners make good, make good people. I mean, good counselors. Um, Ultimately we are listening. I mean, ultimately that's like, I mean, we listen to God, we listen for our angels, we listen, and we open up. That's when we're most receptive, is when we're listening. There has been a lot of synchronicities lately through numbers. I mean, through 1111, through 444, through 29, through 92, whether it's 902, through tens, like 1010, through colors, like really um, vibrant royal blues or deep purples. I've been seeing a lot of that. Um, um, Also, I found a fortune cookie this morning. I've been looking over it for like a week now, and so this morning I decided to pick it up. It says, working out the kinks today will make for a better tomorrow. One thing I really understood as far as the messages that came through this morning is time to forgive on a deeper level. I think, you know, we've said that we forgive others in the past. We've actually voiced it, like, within ourselves or to the other person, like, I forgive you. But really and truly, it's time to really forgive, as far as taking that inner step of clearing and saying, of saying, I forgive you for this, or I forgive you for that, and just, you know, uh, saying to yourself that you love yourself, for allowing this forgiveness. You love yourself for allowing, yourself to forgive. And as far as loving yourself, loving that wound, so, I noticed that, you know, from yesterday being around, my family, I noticed that, I was triggered a little bit. And I realized that I've said that I forgive my mom in the past, but I really haven't. And so I need to take that step after this video and get that over with so that we can grow. Because if we don't forgive, then it kind of like blocks us from going forward in our progress. And no one wants to be hindered, especially with something as loving as forgiveness of ourselves and others. Um, so go ahead and really forgive those who have in some way uh, harmed you, and clear yourself of that, so that you can move forward and elevate. Um, it's definitely, again, time to release the toxic habits, as far as drinking, smoking, yeah, uh, unclean sexual habits. If you have, if you are sharing your body with a lot of people, I'm not one to tell people what to do. That's really not my job, but sometimes we have to look at why we are doing things. And I think really sexually promiscuous people, um, you know, are really searching for something. There's a lot to do with self-worth, when it comes down to, people having um, multiple partners, or just sharing their bodies with, you know, just allowing people to take advantage of them, has a lot to do with self-worth. So if it's, you know, take account of what you're doing, kind of be present of what you're doing, and just, why am I doing this? Because over the weekend I had a couple drinks, and I made a video last week saying that I wasn't going to drink. When I get around my family, they're just like, it's like they want they want me to drink with them. So I'm trying to find this note. If I go, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it. I'll just do it to Jerry. So because those toxic those habits that we have are actually hindering us from God. They're hindering us from receiving our connection. They're hindering us from receiving, journeying higher on the scale of vibration. So it's really hindering us. Toxic environments, toxic people, toxic foods, drinks, and forgiveness is actually hindering us. So we need to go ahead and forgive, and leave all the um, the toxic habits to the left, knowing that it just makes us feel better. And in you know, as where we are in this evolutionary process, it's almost as if like, to me, this is what's happening to me, is like toxic environments are really making me sick. Like my stomach has really been bothering me lately. Um, uh, you know, via alcohol, via toxic environments, via toxic people, and it's just like I'm believing in the angels and God to really, you know, uh, allow me to change my environment. You know, with I'm just believing that the work that I've done is going to make a better tomorrow for me. And you know, I knew that 7 months ago when I quit my job, and I knew that I really had to take time to work on myself so that I can move forward in my profession, in my love life, in my career, in my with happiness of myself. Another message is it's time to really, I mean, we've spoken about standing in power before, but it's not up to other people. You know, 11:11. It's not about, you know, worrying about what other people have to say, if they don't like the way you dress, if they don't like the way you eat, if they don't like the foods that you eat, if they don't like the relationships that you have, if they don't like your hair, if they don't like, it doesn't matter. It's not about them, as long as you are remaining in your power and you are being authentic to yourself. As long as you ask yourself, okay, am I in my power? Am I remaining in my power? You know, am I being in my power in this moment? And whatever arises as far as the answer that your body gives, your higher self gives, then those are the changes and or that you need to make, or that's where you need to stay. But as far as when you ask yourself, am I remaining in my power, it lets you know that either the relationships that you have, the way people are treating you, you have to make a change. You know, either you have to confront the issue and communicate that with other people, or all you have to really do is remain in your power, and everybody that's not meant to stay will fall away. You never have to really push anyone out your life. That's what I want to say. As long as you're remaining in your power, the people that are not supposed to be there are going to fall away. You know, so um, that's also a message. One of the viewers asked me um, about. One second. Let's see, the question was, did your twin not responding or blocking you make you have an ego death? Man, to Awakened Angel, I have had so many ego deaths. I mean, over the course of 6 years, to be honest. So, I guess I had a really big ego, like Beyonce would say. Um, I mean, I had a lot of ego deaths. I mean, this has happened, man. I can't, countless times. The last, I guess it's been like 6 months since last year that I've actually talked to my twin, since November, like the 15th of November or something. I don't even know how I remember that date because I'm really bad with dates. And so this one was a huge ego death for me. I mean, it was really big, but the ego deaths are amazing. Like the power of just, I can't even really explain what happens. It's like, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know if like we change because we want to be with our twin, or it's just something that happens spiritually. I don't really know, but yes, not responding. Well, my twin cutting me off really changed my life in many ways. She went on to say, I've been thinking maybe me cutting off contact completely would be best. You know, you're putting me in a tough situation because I've been through the ego deaths and they're not fun at all, but they're very beneficial. They're very beneficial, and Um, but you have to do what you think you have to do. And my like how do you like these are the questions I really want to ask the divine feminine, you know, is like how do you know that you need to stop communication? Like you know what I'm saying? It's like the question that you ask, like how do you know when you say I'm thinking that I need to cut off communication completely? How do you know? Like it's like did she know that stop like these like hindering or halting communication with me would make me grow? Like how does that even work? Like this like some parts of the journey you really can't understand, you really can't like put together in your mind. It's just like how in the world, you know, did you do people know to do that? But yes, every time, I mean, she cut me off, it was just, I mean, it hurt. It hurt, like, um, and it hurts because you have to work so much harder. It's like, I'm gonna tell you the process of how this goes. It's like, you guys get together, you know, it's okay. It's not like the best feeling in comparison to like how it can be and how it really was in the beginning. And so you guys get together, somebody masculine does something, say something out of line, feminine like completely shuts down, like doesn't want to talk. Months later, like wait, so doesn't want to talk. You guys separate. You get home. It's like you want to you text for like 30 minutes after you guys separate, and it's just like bow, the door is closed. It's like, and then you just like you're at like this place of withdrawal as far as like it's like you're coming down off of like nootropics or something. I think that's the right word. Like it's like you're coming down off like this happy drug, and it's just like Jesus, not again. And so once you like get out of that cloud, that funk of like coming down, and then you start working, like you start working on yourself, and you just start moving, and like your growth kind of like picks up, and then you're just like you're growing. And then months later, like you get a call, and you guys meet up. Of course, you meet up. It's not like you're gonna say no, even though she's told me no. I'm just like I can't say no. You know what I'm saying? But at a certain point right now, it's just like if we can't get along, then the answer is no. You know, but I mean, and it keeps happening. And then, did y'all see that? It just like, it just like went through the top of the screen. That was weird. Um, but it's like, you know, and it just continues. It's like this cycle, which we think it's this cycle, and it is. But it's like every time around, it's like testing your growth. Every time around, it's like testing your growth and bringing you to the surface of what's still triggering you, and what's not. So every time it's like I feel like people will know when it's time to get together, um because like the cycles are gonna kind of like start to stop. Maybe I don't know. I'm in this too, so I can only give you like what I've been through, and it's like my cycles are getting, I mean, it's been since last year. So but I do know they help you to grow, and um so it's hard, but it works. Um, trying to think if there's any other messages before. Oh, I spoke about that in the last video. One second. Let's see if we have any more questions. Guys, I really want to encourage you guys to visit my website. I'll try to post the link below if I remember. Oh, it's like, you know, I think that's all the messages. I'm not really hearing anything. If there are any more messages for today, I will make another video. But I do want to wish you guys a happy day after Resurrection Day.